Hello everyone, welcome to Nixie Bobs and welcome to the 30th of June, which is our yearly Liz Earle check-in because it is now 2 years since I began my Liz Earle journey, and this is kind of like an annual thing now. I think we're just going to keep this as is constantly. So I'm going to discuss pretty much everything as much as I can, but I'm also going to show you guys how my skin has changed in those 2 years. I'm going to do like a before and after because now I have the power of iMovie. I can do this. Last year I was only still on Windows photo video editor. Now I'm on iMovie. I have the power to literally show you the hideousness that was my skin 2 years ago when I started using Liz Earle. Few things to note. I am as I would be if I was using my Liz Earle stuff day or night. That is bathrobe, washed hair, ready for bed or ready to start the day. In this instance, we're ready to start the day. There's no point to me doing a skincare video for you guys if you can't see my skin. So here we are, here's my face, here's my bathrobe. Let's have a talk. So I'm also going to discuss with you guys my current skincare routine with Liz Earle, some without Liz Earle. It's primarily Liz Earle right now, but it was something I said I would do with you guys and also give you an update on where I am and what products I'm using. Some people asked for this a little while ago. I said I would do it, and due to things being stressful and anxious ridden, whatever, I did not do it. So we're going to do that today. Let's have a look at my skin back in 2016. Let's have a look at how bad it was that day when I went up to my first little Liz Earle store and I walked in with skin that looked like this, and I was literally at my wit's end. I had tried as many products as I could. Also, the reason I went to this one is because that up until that point, the one thing that I had done was use spot fighting ingredients. As it turns out now, sometimes spot fighting ingredients when you have zitty skin isn't what you need. Sometimes what you need is a balancing product. So I went home that day having just bought these two things. I also bought the hydrating mask. I don't have that to show you because I kind of used it all up, but this was what I bought at the time. It's not these two bottles. These are not the originals, guys, with my skin looking as it did. And then we did the constant check-ins, the constant weekly check-ins, monthly check-ins, few months check-ins, and it was pretty much proven that my skin was loving this stuff. I have not looked back ever since. So as of 2018 right now, my skin is really a good place right now. I've just gotten out of a warm bath, so I do get little bits of heat rash, so do ignore that. And ignore my lips because I have like a little bit of a sore up here. But my skin is literally so much better than where it was, and I have no words to express how much I love this. You're always going to get little breakouts every now and then, and I expect that. Sometimes I have little pimples. I have a few down here right now, but are they as big and horrible as the ones I had all those months and weeks and days ago? Hell no. I went into that store thinking, oh, just give me something, and I'm so glad I went now. And if you do kind of spread this out, I mean, they say to you to use one pump and double cleanse in the evening. I tend to not use one whole pump because that's a lot. I've only got a little face, guys. My current skincare routine, now we've had that little check-in and you can see how much better my skin looks. Of a morning, I do one cleanse with this. I do not always use the cloth in the morning. It depends on how I feel. If I'm having a bit of a bad breakout, I don't. Because sometimes if you scrub at it, it can anger it. In terms of the skin tonic, I use this once a day in the morning only. I was using it twice a day and I felt like it was breaking me out just a little bit. Narrowing it to once in the morning has really done me the great world of good. You can obviously put this in the fridge as well if you really so desire. And if my skin, again, as mentioned, is having a bad day, I just knock this out, and that does me perfectly. This is a great thing at getting rid of all the grime or anything trapped under that the cleanse and polish did not remove, but I can also do without this for a time. Current moisturizer, I'm getting through a lot of Super Skin. So this time last year, I think that was my night cream. I ran out of day cream, my number 7 day cream, and I haven't bought it again yet, which is why literally I've just been using this. I have like 2 more tubs up there, guys, and this lasts forever. Like, it's taken me, I mean, I don't know how long I've been using that now. This is the Neroli Super Skin. I've had this for such a long time. I don't remember when I started using it. It must have been a month and a half ago that I actually started using this specific tub. I think I can get a good 6 months use out of these tubs. Again, I'm going to say, guys, these are 39 quid if you just buy one, and be this in Boots or anywhere. So keep your eyes open for deals, particularly QVC. Sorry to put those 3 letters in there again, but that is where I've gotten the most of this product from. I do not have the money to just go and spend 39 quid on this. Sorry, Liz Earle. I've got to be frank there. Now, my eye-wise, I kind of do a little bit of either or. So I've been giving the smoothing eye line serum a go. So I use, at the minute, I'm mixing it up. Back in December, when my skin was, when my eyes particularly were really, really dry and flaky, I was using Clinique's All About Eyes Rich. Now I'm still using this, but once this tub runs out, I will be dropping down to the not rich one, but I'll still be buying All About Eyes. But I feel like I'm overusing this, and I feel like my eyelids are getting a little bit oily. And now I know this is generally oil free, but I feel like I'm possibly moisturizing a little bit too much. So I'm doing this day and night, every other day, kind of every other day on each one. In terms of smoothing line serum, I will say I'm not as impressed with that as I could be. I don't feel like it's made a whole bit. I'm going to scrunch my face there. So I always worry about lines that I've got coming under here. These are my biggest fears as under the eye, because I always have the baby line, but I feel like I'm noticing more and more lines, and it's probably because I'm coming to the end of my 20s and I'm panicking. There's a fear about turning 30, guys. It's not until next year, but like there's an internal fear about leaving your 20s. Suddenly you realise, oh my god, I don't know how to adult. This, I think, is £18. I don't think I would buy this one again. The one that I want to get again to kind of balance in with this is the number 7 Advanced Eye Cream. I'm kind of at the age of doing that now, and I've said to you guys before, I really want to get that one, that skincare in my life now. It's okay. I like the fact that it's a serum. I'm not really rating this as well as I could do. I'm also still completely loving the Super Skin Super Lip Balm. This is the tube that I currently have. I think I started using this not long after the QVC Beauty haul. So I've still got quite a bit left in this, really. There's still loads in this tube. I adore this. I love its thickness, its richness. I love its taste, actually. These last for a long time. You're paying a lot of money, unless, of course, you kind of bargain shop for it. But you do get your money's worth in the tube, in my opinion. So that will be what I use day by day before I leave the house to go to work. When I'm going out somewhere else, obviously I'll have a lipstick on. At the minute I'm kind of using a lot of hydrating lipsticks. I really want to try Liz Earle's lipstick range because I've not done that. By night, not much changes. I double cleanse with this to remove obviously makeup and everything else. 2 cleanses of that. Do not use the skin tonic. Current night cream is number 7's Early Defense Night, but obviously I'm hoping to go up to the advanced night in the coming months, and I'm also literally running so short on this. So up until the point where I get one of them, I will basically just substitute this one back in, because you can use that one day and night. Twice a week I am using the Super Skin Overnight Mask. This is pixie magic, unicorn magic, mermaid magic in a freaking jar. With this is I don't actually know how much you're supposed to use, because I've had this a long time and I've barely got through it. There's so much left. This is, I think this is neroli scented as well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I will basically keep this for a Friday, a Saturday or a Sunday. So if I always do it Friday, and then possibly a Saturday or a Sunday depending on where I am. This tub is quite pricey. It's 100 mils, but it's about 40 quid. It's a lot of money. I've been using this maybe 8 months now. You're not supposed to use it every day. You're supposed to use it a couple of times, 3 times a week. But literally, it's such a good product. It does wake up visibly brighter, smoother and nourished skin. Does all of these things, makes my skin feel wonderful. It even has clearing properties for my skin. There's been times when I've had bad breakouts, I use it and suddenly I wake up and my skin is just completely rejuvenated. So again, completely worth the money. Is pricey, but I mean, I always get confused when they say use within 6 months, because I mean, I've had this a bit longer than 6 months and it's just fine. I mean, I'm not going to bin this after 6 months, guys. And what do you do with these things? They say to you 6 months, right? What do you do with those actual month guides? Do you actually stick to them or do you not? Because I kind of don't, and I think you're all going to judge me for that now. Night cream again, eye cream is just switch and flick of these two. The only other thing I do have is the Gentle Face Exfoliator. And this just really depends on how my skin is. If I feel like I've got a lot of dry flaky skin, which isn't very often, my skin just dries out in general, I will use this, but this is used very sparingly and very rarely. I've had this bottle again quite a while. We've got a 30-month limit on this, and I've still got so much in there. I don't need to use it that much because the cloth does do all the work. It's just if I'm having a particularly bad moment. The one thing I don't use so much these days is behind here, which is the face serum, and I kind of just started to forget to use it, which is quite bad. Nothing against this, I just haven't been using it recently. They did actually reduce the price of this, interestingly enough. I think they knocked it down to from about 49 to 39 or something along those lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I was only using this by night, but I think where I started using Super Skin, I realised my skin is too young right now to warrant both. Now, the one thing I was using last year, and people were asking me about this, was the Super Skin eye cream. Now, that was doing great. I was really, really enjoying that, really having a lovely time using that, and then we started to have the dry eye problem. Now, I went through a lot of stages of trying to work out what was wrong with my eyes. I figured it could have been my shadow, so I stopped using so much shadow during the day. I stopped using eye primer. I thought it could have been my Urban Decay Heavy Metals. I thought it was the eye primers. I thought it was this. I thought it was that. And eventually, I stopped using the Super Skin eye cream. And within about a week, my dryness had stopped. And I was like, okay. So then I went back to it and the dryness came back. And it turned out, I mean, I had only been using the Super Skin night cream, the eye cream, by night. It does say to use it in the morning, but I figured if I was just going to let it settle in my skin, I might as well do it of a night. That was just my call. I did ask the women in stores. I think I was with my friend at the time. And they said, you know, you do it as and to what your own body design is and what you feel. Obviously instructions are just guidelines. It's like cake recipes to me. Just because a cake recipe says one thing does not mean I'm going to follow it to the word. So I'd started to feel like, as I mentioned, that I could see more lines. So I was like, right, I'll just up myself to twice a day. And that was when the problem started. So I had to stop using it because I was getting so much dryness around here and on my lids. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, the thing is, the human body is a weird and wonderful thing. You can be absolutely perfectly fine with something for 19 months, and then just in the blink of an eye, your body goes, you know what? I don't like this. I'm allergic to it now. It's just the way the human body is, and obviously, I built up an intolerance to it. So I am now unable to use that eye cream. I'm not knocking it for anybody else going on here. If you like it, if it works for you, then that is great. It just doesn't work for me anymore. It's unfortunate because I really do like it and I really did love using it, but it's just one of those things you just have to adapt, find something else, and for me it was finding this and realising that I loved that product. So that is where we are now, 2 years on. I'm going to stop waffling about Liz Earle. But I hope you enjoyed this. We will be back in a year for another 3-year or 4-year Liz Earle check-in. I'm sure I bought this stuff in 2016. I'm just kind of forgetting myself. Do let me know what Liz Earle products you love. Obviously, I hope my skin doesn't offend you. I don't care about this. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what Liz Earle products you love. And I will see everyone again for more videos. If you would like me to talk more about Liz Earle, I don't know what to say, but I'll find a way of talking about something. Let me know. And I will see everyone again for more videos of anything. Bye!